Once you've unlocked the duty finder, you'll find its settings by clicking on the gear icon all the way at the top left. By enabling the first option, Join Party in Progress, when queuing in the duty finder, you'll be able to join groups mid-dungeon. This can get you some quick clears, and more importantly, helps out parties who lost someone due to a disconnection or rage quit. Next, there's the Undersized Party option, which is commonly referred to as unsyncing. First off, this allows you to ignore party size and role requirements, so you can go in with any number of players and they can be using whatever jobs they want. On top of that, your level and gear will not be synced down either. That being said, there are a few downsides, such as not being able to get XP or items from normal enemies, and some duties not even allowing undersized parties either. To clarify though, you can still get items from bosses, and this is how a lot of people farm the extreme mounts. We then have a subcategory of undersized party, which is Levelsync, and you'd select this option if you want all the perks of an undersized party, but want to be level synced down to the duty and/or want XP and items from normal enemies too. Next is minimum item level, and this will sync down your gear's item level to the minimum requirements of the duty you're entering. This, however, can only be used when you either have the proper amount of players for the duty, or are also using the undersized party option. Furthermore, if you are using an undersized party along with this, all player levels and gear will be synced down, and all undersized party options will effectively be cancelled out with the exception of still being able to use any mix of roles. So you generally mix these two options for synced fights with unusual party comps, like raiding with only one healer, or running all tanks, or anything like that. Moving on, we have Silence Echo, and this simply stops your group from getting the echo buff when wiping to certain fights. When you see people going back and doing older raid content, you'll often hear them refer to doing it with the minimum item level and silenced echo, to show they're doing it at the hardest difficulty as if it just came out. There's then Explorer mode, which lets you visit dungeons you've already completed and they'll be clear of enemies too. For the last checkbox, there's Limited Leveling Roulette. Choosing this will narrow down the possible duties you might get to within 8 levels of the lowest party member. However, everyone in the party must have at least 2 duties unlocked in that level range, and you will also need to have a full pre-made party of 4. Next, there's the loot rules, which can only be used when in a full pre-made party, and need to be set before entering a duty as they cannot be changed after. Normal mode is set by default, and will let everyone choose Need, Greed, or Pass. Greed only mode will instead make everyone roll for Greed. And with Loot Master, the party leader decides who gets each drop, or they can make the party roll for Greed instead. Lastly, we have the language options, and these will help match you with players who speak the same language. In theory, having more checked off will speed up your queues, but I haven't always found this to be the case. And that's about it for the duty finder settings. I hope you start making use of at least one of these options, and until next time, go queue yourself.